Hello everyone and welcome back to the Deloitte Women's Premier League show, the show just about women's football in Singapore. And again, before we start, I just want to say thank you to Deloitte for supporting women's football in Singapore. And this week we are joined by Hougang United. You know, they started out really well in the league as well, currently third in the table. And today we are joined by Clara as well as Rachel. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me on this morning. So I just want to start with you guys, get to know you guys a little bit. But before that, I just want to ask you guys, we talked a little bit about the fact that Hougang are third on the table right now. So, maybe you can share, each of you all some of the highlights for you in this journey or this season so far.
I think personally, one of the biggest highlights has been joining the team and getting to train and play with so many experienced and skilled seniors, and also getting to learn from them and becoming friends with them. I think that has been the biggest highlight for me.
I think for me, it's quite similar. I get to play alongside these players who have a lot of experience, like Nani and all. So they really can help to guide me and teach me a lot of new things. Yeah.
Okay, and a little bit about you guys. I think you're both studying, and maybe you can share as well what you're doing currently.
I'm a third year student at NUS Medicine.
I'm also in my last year in Republic Poly studying sports science.
Oh, that's really cool. So are you planning to be a doctor or go into that field?
Yeah. So when I graduate in year 5, then after that I'll start the years towards becoming a doctor, I guess.
Wow, that's fantastic. Get ready for the deadly combination of Clara as a doctor and a footballer. Rachel, what about yourself? You're studying at RP, and I believe that currently you guys are having your games, right? Polite games, right?
Yeah, we're currently having our polite games. So we're actually at the last week of it already. So hopefully can get some good results and place somewhere lah. Yeah, place top 3, hopefully first.
And of course, you're playing for the women's team in RP, right?
Yeah.
Who has been the most toughest opponent you feel this entire season? Or someone who has maybe posed a challenge to you guys, or surprised you guys maybe?
For me, I think andRachel, especially in the second window, they had players coming from on the flank, in the center. So we really had to, deal with all of that. Yeah.
I think LCS has always been a strong team and a very good opponent.
So a little bit about you guys' position right now. I believe you're a defender, right? And you are an attacker sort of. So how did you guys start, when you obviously play for Hougang? How did you guys, end up in that position on the pitch? Is it something that you've always enjoyed?
I think for me, I started playing centre back after uni started, and then so last year in Hougang as well, I was also a centre back for the team. So yeah, it's just
you enjoy defending more than creating as well, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's stressful, but also rewarding, I guess.
Okay.
I think when I was younger, I started as a left back. Then in school football, there I started to play as a striker. And I think being a defender for me is even more stressful because you're the last line. So yeah, and being a attacker, when you can, score goals with your teammates together, is really a very nice feeling Yeah.
And very nice feeling. And then speaking of feelings, I just want to ask you guys a little bit about Hougang and the vibe in the team. Maybe you can start by telling me how you guys joined Hougang, the whole journey of how you guys got started at Hougang, what you're enjoying as well there. Clara?
I think mine is because Coach Siva is also my NUS coach. So last year when Hougang was first started, I think a group of us joined Hougang together, and then after that just continued on in year 2. Yeah, so this is my second year in Hougang. Yeah, and
you're enjoying it?
Yeah, I think the team is very nice, and it's been very nice getting to make friends with everybody, and I have been enjoying it very much.
Okay, and for yourself, Rachel?
Yeah, similarly, he's my coach in school. So when he was trying to ask me to join, he was they can advise you not just in football but in life as well. And I think it's true and I really enjoy the football that we play. We're not just a team, we're friends beyond just teammates. Yeah.
So what have you learned? You mentioned about life, obviously Wani is Nani is a very is a role model, and she's your captain as well. Like, what have you learned, from your time at Hougang?
I think a lot of my teammates' mindsets are very like admirable. They're very determined. Every challenge they go for, they make sure they win the ball, and I think that can be applied to football and like real life as well. They really persevere and they come out stronger with each challenge. Yeah.
Okay, guys, a little bit about some, of the field moments that you may have shared with your team, at Hougang. Maybe Clara, you want to share? Like she mentioned, there's a good camaraderie. But for yourself, like what's been special?
I think like so recently we had a team barbecue.
Oh,
I think it was we were playing some game that involves like you can only say like a one syllable word and then you have to guess the word, and it was like very funny and very interesting. And I guess we got to see different people in our team attempt the game, so it was really very interesting.
A different side to football, yeah?
Yeah.
And now, speaking of football, guys, as always, we do have highlights from every week. So let's check out WPL highlights. Let's have a look now at the results from the previous week. And here are the latest standings of the Deloitte Women's Premier League. And of course, here are the fixtures for next week. Okay, and a little bit about, which player has stood up for you in the league. We've seen this over the entire season where people have, or players have mentioned who has inspired them. So do you have any player, Clara, who has inspired you and why?
I think I would like to say Rochelle. So like our Hougang team captain. So Rochelle has been injured recently, but she has always been a player that I look up to because I think she's very hardworking and she's very good also, but also like a very humble player. So just want to say get well soon to Rochelle, and I hope to see you back on the field soon.
Yeah, get well soon, Rochelle. I mean, she's been on this show as well. I think and she's played also very well. So yeah, it's good to know that she has that support, and hopefully she gets well soon. Rachel, for yourself, who has stood up for you?
I would say Angie from our team also. I think she's the backbone of our team. And yeah, she really fights very hard, even when she'll chase the ball down from halfway in the field. Yeah, and beyond that, she's also like a very humble player. Every time I ask her for advice, she will help me. Without and like even if I make mistakes, she will just really be very gentle in advising me what to do. So I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Rachel, also another question, a little bit about any personal goals, maybe both of you you've set for yourself for this entire season, and do you think that there are things that you can improve on or what you're looking ahead to?
I think for me, I've been trying out a few new positions this year, playing on the flank. So I think a personal goal I've set for myself is to just try to pick up those positions as quickly as possible and settle into that. And yeah, I think my teammates have been helpful in telling me how to shift and all of that. Yeah.
Clara, for yourself, any goal you set for yourself?
I think personally it was just to learn as much as possible, and also to because I think it's been a very good honor, a very great honor to have been able to play with so many experienced seniors, and really every training session is just trying to learn from them and doing my best. Yeah.
Fantastic. Lessons are all part of football. I'm sure that you guys have picked up a few, and still a long way to go for both of you. So all the best with your career as well as your football, journey. So before we go, we always have a message that we get our guests to say to people out there. So maybe Clara, you can, give a message to anybody you want to, like your family or your friends.
I think I've been very thankful for the support that I've gotten from my family and my friends in being able to play football in Singapore, and I also think that the support in Singapore for women's football is growing, and that's very nice to see, and I hope that it will continue growing and that more people will support us.
For me, I think I also like to thank my loved ones and friends. They've just been there for me and asking me after each match how it went. I think I also like to thank the fans Hougang Hoos. They are really passionate, and it really motivates us when we're on the pitch. Yeah, so thank you.
Fantastic, and shout out as well to Hougang Hoos. I know that they are one of the most passionate teams in the league, not just for the women's but also the men's. And all the fans who support women's football, thank you for your support. We have, of course, Clara and Rachel with us today. So thank you so much, ladies, and of course, all the best, as I mentioned. All the best with Hougang United as well, and of course, do continue to support women's football in Singapore. I'm Ash, and I'll see you guys next time.